Hello and welcome. Some people estimate that a staggering 85% of the jobs that will exist in 2030 haven't even been invented yet. Now, as a parent, that can feel a little overwhelming, right? The career map we all grew up with, it's being totally redrawn. But don't worry, in this explainer, we're going to give you a clear, simple guide to help your child navigate this incredible new world.
So let's just start with a really big question. What will your child be in the year 2040? The honest truth? They might be working in a job that doesn't even have a name yet. And you know what? That's not a scary thought. It's actually a massive opportunity.
And this slide, it just shows the shift so perfectly. We've moved on from that world of, very defined single-track jobs to this new landscape where everything's connected. These new titles aren't just fancy names, they represent a whole new way of solving problems. I mean, an AI ethicist. That person needs to get technology, sure, but also philosophy and law. That's the kind of thinking that's going to be absolutely essential. All right, so to make sense of all this, here's our game plan. First, we'll look at the new career map. Then, we'll dive into tomorrow's top jobs. After that, we'll talk about your crucial role as a parent. And finally, we'll give you a practical action toolkit you can start using right away.
So first up, the new career map. See, before we can even talk about the jobs of the future, we have to understand what's creating them in the first place. It really boils down to three huge forces. Just think about something simple, like ordering a pizza. You can order from a place across town or even across the world, right? That's globalization. You do it using an app on your phone. That's digitization. And it's totally possible a robot in the kitchen helps make it. That's automation. That simple example shows how these three things are changing literally every single industry and creating this massive need for new skills. Okay, so that brings us to the really exciting part, the jobs themselves. These are the fields that are literally building the world your child is going to live and work in. And wow, this table just lays out the scale of the opportunity. I mean, just look at this. For data science and AI, demand is just exploding all over the world. And check out cybersecurity. India alone needs over 1 million professionals. This isn't just some small trend, it's a tidal wave of opportunity in every single one of these fields.
All right, let's zoom in on the first one, the big one, data science, AI, and robotics. This is really the engine of our modern world. It's automating tasks, it's powering new ideas, and it's changing industries from the ground up.
So, what does a job in this field actually look like? Well, we're talking about roles like machine learning engineers, who literally teach computers how to learn, or robotics process automation developers, who build software robots to handle boring, repetitive stuff like data entry. And those are just two examples. The possibilities here are endless, touching everything from finance to healthcare.
Next up is a field that's become completely non-negotiable in our digital lives, cybersecurity. As we do more and more online, the need for digital protectors, or you could call them ethical hackers, has just gone through the roof.
And get this, in India alone, there is a shortage of over 1 million cybersecurity professionals. That one number tells you pretty much everything you need to know about the demand and the job security in this field. It's huge.
Okay, now let's switch gears a bit and talk about the life sciences. Biotechnology and genomics are right at the cutting edge, tackling some of the biggest challenges we face as humans, in everything from health to food to our environment.
And it's so much more than just medicine. We're talking about things like developing crops that can survive a drought, creating new sustainable food sources, or even using tiny microbes to clean up pollution. These are careers where you can see a real, tangible impact on the world.
Of course, with all this tech, the human side of things becomes more important than ever. And that's exactly where digital marketing and UX/UI design come into play. These fields are all about how we, as people, connect with technology and with brands in the digital world. What I find so cool about this area is the mix of skills you need. It's part science, part art. You have to be good with data and analytics, but you also have to be a great communicator, and most importantly, really understand what makes people tick. So, now that we've seen all these amazing new fields, the really big question is, what's your role in all this? And the key, really, is a shift in mindset, from being a director who points to a specific path to becoming a guide who helps them see all the possible paths. And this quote right here, it gets to the absolute heart of the matter. Yes, technical skills are important, but they're only half the equation. The careers of tomorrow are built on this foundation of human skills, things like emotional intelligence, teamwork, and resilience.
So you can think of your support as having three main pillars.
First, just encourage them to explore. Things like hobby clubs, coding camps, anything that sparks their curiosity. Second, it's okay to get professional guidance, like from a career counselor. And third, really prioritize those life skills. Things like sports or public speaking are amazing for building confidence and character.
All right, let's bring this all home and make it super practical. This is your action toolkit. We're talking 5 concrete steps you can take to start empowering your child for this new world starting today. A fantastic first step can be a psychometric assessment. Now, don't think of it as some scary test. It's really just a tool to help you see your child's natural strengths and how they like to learn. It helps you map their unique potential to the kinds of careers where they are most likely to just shine. So here it is, your simple 5-step plan. Use an assessment to understand their strengths. Seek out some quality career counseling for an expert opinion. Help them nurture their interests with some training. Make those life skills a real priority. And finally, just stay curious and updated yourself. This is a journey you're on together.
Because in the end, it really all comes down to this. The most valuable gift you can possibly give your child isn't a guaranteed job title, it's empowerment. It's nurturing that belief in their own potential and giving them the tools to explore, to be bold, and to find their own unique way in the world. So as we wrap up, I just want to leave you with this question to think about. Knowing what you know now, what's the first step you'll take to empower their future? Because getting them ready for the incredible opportunities of tomorrow really starts with simplifying their path today. The future is so bright, and with the right guidance, your child can be a part of shaping it. Thanks for watching.